Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to Akim and Akath out there, pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, Who Knows What Nefarious Uses This Will Have? All right, and this is dealing with AI. All right, again, who knows what nefarious uses this will have? Now, Microsoft, who is owned by, Kill Gates, as I've heard, other brothers, elders say. I think Elder Gashawamba always calls him Kill Gates from GMS Dallas. So, that's who owns Microsoft is Kill Gates. They recently just announced this VASA 1 or VASA 1. All right, so it says Microsoft Research announces VASA or VASA 1, which takes an image and turns it into a video. Now it's an AI tool, if that's what you want to call it. An AI deception device is really what it is. And there's really no reason for this to even be around. There's no good uses that this could possibly have. There's not a good use. Everything that this could possibly be used for is nefarious, man. All right, and let's get that definition nefarious, because that word popped into my mind, all right, to use nefarious, and it's exactly what it is, nefarious or nefarious.
Nefarious.
All right, typically of an action or activity, wicked or criminal, all right, wicked, evil, sinful, iniquitous, villainous, criminal, heinous, right, which is everything that Esau does. All right, and Esau is the head of this project, VASA. It's Esau that's doing it, all right, under Microsoft. So let's go ahead and play this video, and everything you see in this video is fake, okay? This is a photo that they took of someone, all right? One photo, all right? And I'm making this lesson because you brothers out there and you sisters need to be, real careful about what you see now, what you're hearing. Even if it's a video of someone talking, you need to be real careful. Now, there's some signs, and we'll touch on them, but hey, man, especially brothers that are making videos, man, we need to be real careful making sure the videos that we're getting aren't AI generated. They aren't, CGI, made in Blender or something, right? And, it happens very, very rarely, or, making sure we get our facts straight, all right? And it does happen from time to time that we might have something that's not accurate, and generally, if I see it, I'll correct a brother on it. And if I have something in my video that's not ever correct, I expect to be corrected as well, all right? And hey, man, because you want to make sure you don't want the ministry to be blamed, all right, because it's a fake video. And this is dangerous, man. We're gonna go ahead and play it right now, because this is just this is a dangerous thing to happen, man. They can, especially, for I'm not gonna even give them any ideas, all right? What they could use this for is completely, the ideas are horrifying, all right, of what they could really use this tool for, or the way, as they want to call it, a tool, a deception device. So again, reminder before we go into this whole video is based off of this photo. This is not a real person. This is probably a real person right here, if that's even, who knows, they could do an AI generated person and then put that into a video. If this is even a real person, it probably more than likely is. Take a photo of someone, one photo, and this is what you can get from it. You just have to voice it over. So here you go.
Have you ever had, maybe you're in that place right now where you want to turn your life around, and somewhere deep in your soul there could be some decisions that you have to make, it's like something was decided for you, and instead of trying to make something that is done work, it's like the invitation is to make the decision, commit to that, and to start creating what comes next. But here's the thing, when we say no to something, we're saying yes to something else, but that involves a lot of unknown. And that is scary. I have many videos as to why that is scary. Actually, you can check one out right here. But the unknown is scary. And so we're doing the best we can with it, with what is available. And if you want to turn your life around, I want to share a couple things. One, it's okay to choose again. It's okay to want something different for yourself. It's okay.
So that's the video. So everything you saw was was AI generated. Now it's based off of, there was a woman voicing it over. All right, so they probably do a voiceover and then they do the whole thing. You know, I have a picture over here that actually I made. All right, that'll be the thumbnail. But what they do is they take, and you know, of course you're gonna see some effect on it, but this was original image. So you're gonna see they take a single image and add in an audio clip and then optional control signals, and then it becomes VASA 1. And then I put equals deception. All right, so that's a thumbnail for the video that you'll see, you know, Lord willing, on this lesson. So that fake, 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 fake. All these things are fake. Now, I didn't count these up. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ha! That makes so much sense. I just had a feeling to just count it up real quick. And I was like, how many pictures did they put up? Isn't that a little weird? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Isn't it a little weird to put up 13 photos? Why 13? You know why 13. It's those fucking illuministic numbers, man. That's funny.
Have
That's
you ever
funny.
had, maybe you're in.
So this whole video, other than the audios, is completely fake. Okay? So this is going to be used for nothing good, all right? And people in the comments agree. It says, what's the main purpose of this? This is Sea Yogurt Closet, right? Stupid Reddit names. But it says, what's the main purpose of this? Why would they make this? And the reply is either porn, deep fakes, propaganda, scams, porn, capitalism, and porn. Right? It says, why in theory? Who knows? Why in practice? Definitely porn. All right? And it's not, and these people, oh, it's going to be used for porn. And it probably will be used for porn. But that's not Esau's main. You think Esau's main reason for developing this and putting it out is porn? No, man. They can get some fucking trashy Becky down the street to show her asshole on camera for fucking $5, all right? And a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. They don't need to have AI to do that. These girls are hoes, man. 304s. All right, you can go ahead and get any girl down the street and say, hey, I'm gonna pay you $200, you get fucked on camera. So like you for being vulgar. That's just how it is. And those women will be like, yeah, I'll do it. You don't need AI to do it. These women are through, man. They're 304s, man. They're hoes, ran through sluts, man. You don't need to have no AI to, oh, there's a lack of content. No, man, these girls are, college students are making OnlyFans. You don't need no AI to do porn. That ain't the reason. What's the real reason for this? Like, they mentioned a couple of them. Deep fakes, propaganda, scams, you know, regarding in capitalism, man. Scams, all right? Propaganda, political bullshit, you know, or saying, you know, oh, this person did this. Scams, you know, lying, all right? Things involved in court. Oh, this is a lie. You know, they didn't do this. See, this is a video of them right there admitting they didn't do it. I mean, when in doubt, you know, or when in fact, that's not even a real video, you know? That's not even a real video. Or, you know, they could say someone did something. Oh, look what these guys said. We're not going to tell you who those guys are, but you brothers can put it two to two together. All right. Oh, these guys did this thing. All right. No, we didn't do that. Look, here's a video of one of them saying it, you know? So, hey, man, nefarious. All right. Evil shit, man. Deception. So you brothers, man, hey, need to be very, very, very watchful of this. All right. You sisters as well. But, hey, who knows what they could use this for? Now, there are telltale signs. All right. So we'll collapse that one. So Uncanny Valley, it says it's the hair for me, especially the strands by the left side of her neck. And they're dealing with this side. And that's one of the tells. You can tell that it never moves. All right, that side right here, let's mute it. This side of this hair would eventually fall. All right, it would eventually fall down because it doesn't. All right, it doesn't move, it doesn't shift. All right, that's one way you can tell. All right, another way I've seen with how to tell AI videos before is they always got crazy eyes. All right, their eyes are always open, and when they do close, they close very little. All right, and they're always just like wide and wild. All right, the wild eyes. Okay, so, and the other thing is the teeth, man. The teeth keep on changing size throughout the video. All right, which is another thing you gotta watch on, because they stretch, they move, and they do all that stuff. So, which was brought to my attention by someone else. Again, people think it's only going to be used for porn. That's just people's, you know, lack of their understanding. Okay, it says besides some weird looking lip and tooth stuff, that's absolutely terrifying. It says super weird how the teeth grow and spread out, and that's true. It says every time she opens her mouth, she has different teeth. All right, so that's one of the way. That's one of the ways to watch. Let's go and re-examine it. All right, and watch the teeth. As you see how the teeth stretch just then? See that? And move it in the mouth. So that's one thing that's right now, all right? That, again, this is just, I guess, just being announced. So that's something you got to realize, that, you know, they'll probably work out the kinks over time. But right now you can tell, right, by going and, you know, even for the random passerby that's not paying attention. When I watch videos, I'm not generally paying attention to little pieces of hair over here off the side or watching their mouth. I'm literally generally just looking in their general direction and listening to what they have to say. Okay, I'm not examining their teeth or looking off the side on their hair. So, but now with videos, you know, of course, unless it's from a brother or someone, you know, now that's something that you have to keep in mind. You have to watch out for that, man. So this is Proverbs 11 and 18 through 21. It says, the wicked, who is the wicked? Esau, Edom. The wicked, primarily, all right, predominantly Esau is the wicked. Now, there are wicked Jakes from time to time, and it mentions them as the wicked, but 99% of the time, the wicked's referring to Esau. So, you know, because they were called the border of wickedness. So Proverbs 11, verse 18, the wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a forward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Okay, and that's exactly what the wicked does, is they work a deceitful work. What is deceit? Okay, let's go and get that definition. Actually, matter of fact, we've been using that etymology online. Let's go ahead and get that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that right over here. Boom. I'm going to put that right there. Etymology online. Bam. I want it somewhere close because I've gotten used to where my iCloud notes are, so I don't want it to throw off my muscle memory. So, so I wanted to get a, fix this bookmark. There we go. So, because we've been using this a lot more lately, as we should. I haven't been using etymology. You know, earlier in the truth, you know, when I first started making lessons, I was using it more than I am now. I want to get back into using it. I've been using more dictionaries and stuff, but etymology online has some good stuff. So the word we're looking for today is deceit. Deceit. It says, so I guess C for circa 1300, trickery, treachery, lying. All right, from the old French term, I'm guessing decite or something like that. This is a past participle of decevoir, right? Or decevoir, from Latin decepere or deceper, to ensnare, to take in, to beguile, to cheat. All right, that also comes from the word to grasp. Okay, it says from the mid 1400 as the act or practice of deceiving, a false appearance, illusion, and this would be considered a false appearance or an illusion. All right, what is an illusion? All right, let's go and look up that word. I spelt it wrong, but illusion. All right, a thing that is likely to be wrongly perceived or interpreted by the senses. All right, a deceptive appearance or impression. All right, a false idea or belief. So this is deceptive. Okay, it's an illusion. It's being perceived as something that it's not. Someone would look at this and say, hey, this is a human being, this is a lady, whatever, yada, yada, yada. This, you know, no, this is AI. All right, this is AI. It's a woman talking. It's based off of a woman's picture, but it's deceptive in practice because this is not a real situation that ever happened. This woman never went on there. Imagine if this was a political official. Imagine if this was, you know, someone that they were trying to market as an enemy and saying, look, he came out and he said this or she said this, and they never said that. And they market that as to, you know, to demonize that person when they never came out and said that. But well, we have video evidence, and the video wasn't even real. Think about it, man. Think about think about the absolute nefarious uses that this could be used as. All right, the absolute wicked, the evil that this could be used. The evil, you know. It says this stuff is unnecessary. Who's asking for this creepy Orwellian AI rubbish? All right. It says, absolutely, just because we can doesn't mean we should. I see no literally positive. They did that backwards. I see literally no positives of this at all. I see an insane amount of negatives. Okay. It says we are so fucked considering how easily this can be exploited for politics. Absolutely. Here's that guy using the same word that I use. This will 1,000% be used for some nefarious shit. And there's a, 10,000 or 1,000,000% needs to be new laws that helps put safeguards on how this tech is used. Sure. This person says the end is nigh. And so that's true, but they don't even understand what they're talking about. You know, that's something spiritual that they said that they don't even know what they're talking about. The end is nigh. This person said, thank fuck. Okay. And they don't understand how bad this is actually going to be for them. Okay. It says, I have a feeling that the end will take a lot longer and will be a lot more painful. And in a way, they're right, and in a way, they're wrong. You know, we're right up on Jacob's trouble. You know, this is 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. So, you know, look, check this out. This says, oh, for sure, I reckon our slow decline has already begun. These guys know a little bit of something, man. It says the pandemic, cost of living crisis, and threats of World War III are just the beginning. Next come food, water shortages, and mass migrations of populations never before seen as densely populated areas become uninhabitable. That'll certainly spark World War III if it hasn't already started by then. We're already feeling the pain, and it's all slowly downhill from here, folks. All right, so hey, man, you know, they have a little bit of the truth. Now they got it in a wrong. They're going about it the wrong way, but they are right that the end is nigh. They are right that it's going to take a little bit longer and be more painful, i.e., you know, Jacob's trouble. All right, and talking about, you know, the slow declining has already became, you know, all these are the beginning of troubles, all right, as it says in Matthew 24. So getting down, this guy says, I can get on board, but the end of what? And this guy says, Armageddon, is that you? Let's follow this idea. AI could be the big bad beast Christians have been warning about from Revelations. That's not the case, okay? And it says, you know, they just all, you know, he doesn't understand what he's talking about, okay? It says, this may sound stupid, but how do I know it's fake and not real? It says, you won't know, all right? And right now you can tell, but in the future, you won't know. This is beyond dangerous. I hate it. I fucking hate this. This guy posts the Michael Scott meme from The Office of no God, please no. All right. This is a statement from Microsoft. It says, a snippet from Microsoft's statement barely addressing everyone's inevitable concerns around porn. All right, well, I guess it's, you know, we're not going to read that if it's just about that. It says, her teeth are moving. This definitely isn't going to be used for propaganda or revenge porn. Nope, not at all. Only good things will come from this, I'm sure. And of course, they're being, jokingly about it, you know, being, what's the word? Sarcastic about it. All right. What else do we have? Information, as we know, is about to change terribly. Nothing you see on screen will be a fact. And it's already really pretty much gotten to that point, man. So, hey, wild stuff. And this is all shit that Esau wants to do, man. It's all part of their deception, their deceit. All right. That trickery, lying. All right. We just talked about lying the other day. All right. We just already dealt with, lying. So if you want to hear more about lying, because this falls into lying as well, this would be a form of lying. So you can go back to the other day's lesson. I think it was just yesterday, wasn't it? Sometimes I get my lessons confused with what day we did them. No, that's like you. The day before yesterday's lesson. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. Now, of course, we're dealing with a false GR to the A to the PE a case, accusation. All right, that was dealing with, this, high school footballer. But that can be attributed to everything Esau does as well with the lying, and how the Lord does not like lying and they're abomination to him. Okay? So, and of course, yesterday we dealt with those two nasty ass Edomites. All right? So, hey, man, so it's all deception, man. And Esau is the deceiver. He is the deceiver. Okay? So, let's go and get Proverbs 12 and 5. Let's go and get that. Let's load that up. Let's read it real quick. So Proverbs 12 and 5 says, the thoughts of the righteous are right. Okay, so the things that, we're trying to pursue righteous, we're not righteous yet because we can't be truly righteous in these bodies because they're inherently sinful and inherently wicked and we're in the flesh. But we're pursuing righteousness. We're trying to be as righteous as we possibly can. We're trying to be holy as we possibly can, right? And our thoughts are supposed to be right. All right, good things, all right? Things, heavenly things, not wicked, worldly thoughts, right? So the thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. And that's true because not the counsels of the wicked are deceit. All right. And we're going to go ahead and get this in the Bible Gateway real quick, just because I'm curious of what it has to say about these counsels. But we're going to get, dealing with the secret counsels of the wicked. So it says the plans of the godly are just. The advice of the wicked is treacherous, which is true, but I'm not a big fan of that. Got a gnat flying around. Slack you. Let's get the New Life version. Let's see what that has to say. It says, The thoughts of those who are right with Yahweh can be trusted, but the words of the sinful are false, which is absolutely true. Let's get the New International Version. I'm just going to rattle off a couple of these different versions. It says, the plans of the righteous are just, but the advice of the wicked is deceit. Not a fan. Let's get the New English Translation. It says, the plans of the righteous are just, the counsels of the wicked are deceitful, which is, of course, the same thing. Let's get the Good News Translation. It says, honest people will I like this one the best. Honest people will treat you fairly. All right, people, brothers and sisters in this truth. All right, because we're under the statutes, commandments, and law. Well, we're not under them, but we're keeping them. All right, to show reverence unto Yahweh Shemiah Shai. We're going to treat you fairly. All right, because that, you're supposed to, you love your brothers and sisters. We're supposed to, that are actually truly in this truth, your true brothers, your true sisters. All right, that are, spiritual brothers and sisters. Regardless if you have to, keep good with your family. All right, but if you have a wicked brother, you can't hang around your wicked brother that's always trying to stab you in the gut. All right, you can't. He's not going to treat you fairly. All right, but the brothers in this truth, in this ministry, and the sisters, that are following this truth, they'll treat you fairly if they're following after the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Because those are what's the word I want to use? Those are a sign. All right, if you are keeping those, that's a sign that you're a trustworthy person, as has been said by the apostles and elders. All right, that's a sign of a person's character, is if they're keeping the commandments, that'll show you their character. They're not going to lie to you, they're not going to steal to you, and they're not trying to get with your wife. All right, they're not going to try to kill you, right? So again, Proverbs 12:5 in the Good News Translation, honest people will treat you fairly, the wicked only want to deceive you. That's the only thing that they want to do, man. The only thing that the wicked wants to do is deceive you. Okay, they want to deceive you for why? For their own nefarious reasons, so they can get money from you, so they can, have your mind fucked up, so you can further their agenda with implementing this draconian law set that they've been trying to implement forever. All right. So all those different things, man, they just want to deceive you. That's what they want to do. They just want to deceive you. So let's go over and look up this whole VASA 1 project. All right, I want to look more into it. All right, we can go and look over it, and we can go and get the Microsoft website, as a matter of fact, and see what it has to say. So it says VASA 1, lifelike audio-driven talking faces generated in real time. All right, and you see a whole bunch of Chinese people working on it. It says, too long, didn't read. A single portrait photo plus speech plus audio equals. So a single portrait photo, photo of me, a photo of you, all right, photo of any celebrity. All you need is one of these photos, right? And then speech audio, say, you could talk over it, and they already have you. Well, what if they can't do their voice? Well, guess what? They already have audio programs where you can change your voice to sound just like Morgan Freeman or any of these other people. You can go and look it up. AI Morgan Freeman. Here's a video. It's called "This Is Not Morgan Freeman."
I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to...
So this was from 2 years ago, and you could see that it didn't look quite right. But now, with the new video we watched, it looks way better than this. You can see, the movements and the eyes aren't quite right.
Well, at least in contemporary...
He's not blinking enough, and the face movements are weird. But now, going back, if you were to watch this again, it's gotten a lot better. More blinking, all right, and so 2 years, look at the progress, man. So going back, check it out.
I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me?
Yeah, see, the problem was back then was AI did a lot of head shaking. All right, when you did these videos, you'd see their head shake a lot, just like you just saw right here.
That I am not even a human being. Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to capture, process, and make sense?
There's the head shaking again.
Of the information our senses receive? If you can see, hear, taste, or smell something, does that make it real?
So, you see it. Wow, this deepfake is scary the way it's becoming more realistic as AI tech evolves. is absolutely terrifying. I generally fear for our future. You see it. So, you know, hey man, the voices, you know, here's an example of a deep fake.
He's suggesting it came out of nowhere. What we subsequently learned is it may have come from the former president or his legal team acting in bad faith. This is a deepfake example of what is possible with powerful computer and editing. It took around 72 hours to create this example from scratch using extremely powerful GPU. It could be improved with more computing time, but 90% of people cannot tell the difference.
Bam. Tell me that ain't some scary shit. So there you go, man. You want to see some real world implications, you know, you'll start to see them soon. You will start to see them soon. So, hey, man, and it's going to get to a point where they're so good we won't even be able to tell the difference, man. So let's go ahead and read a little bit about it. We have more demonstrations we can actually get. It says, we introduced VASA, this is abstract, we introduced VASA, a framework for generating lifelike talking faces of virtual characters with appealing visual effective skills. So I guess, you know, the visual VAS is visual effective skills. You know, it says, given a single static image and speech audio clips, our Premiere model, VASA 1, is capable of not only producing lip movements that are exquisitely synchronized with the audio, but also capturing a large spectrum of facial nuances and natural head motions that contribute to the perception of authenticity and liveliness. The perception of authenticity. Perception. So you're going to perceive them as real, as authentic. Why would they want that? We already mentioned it. So, and again, like I mentioned earlier, you know, anybody that was, you know, been keeping up with AI, and I haven't been keeping up with it, and I use it from time to time with ChatGPT. But the thing is, it's not necessarily, AI is not necessarily evil, but it can be used for evil in astronomical ways, man. It's been not as much as the text use with like ChatGPT, but like video use, specifically photo use, yeah, to an extent, yeah, it can be deceptive. But photos can be already deceptive enough. Okay, videos on the other hand, because a lot of times like, oh yeah, it's a photo, it can be Photoshop. But a video, it's moving. Oh, that's hard to tell. Wait, hey, man, that's going to be hard, especially for those people that are not tech savvy. All right, the older generations, it's going to be really hard for them, man. Really hard for them. All right, there's already been scammed with older generations, 60s and 70s and 80s. All right, getting scammed because people will, you know, however, they will get their grandchildren. They'll, you know, call up their grandchild Jim. All right, and they'll talk to Jim on the phone. I'm imagining this is how it is, and they'll record his voice, and they'll put it in through AI. And they'll basically digitize and synthesize his voice. And they'll use that and put it on the phone and call, hey, Grandma, I'm in a bad situation. These people got me. I need money. And then they'll send money over to this account, or they'll go buy gift cards, and then bam, they're fucked. And it sounds just like them. And so now you have videos. Oh, hey, man. And I'm not sure if that's how they get the voice. That's how I imagine they get the voice clip, is they do a scam call with the other guy on the line of the phone. And they talk to him, and then they plug that into an AI. Or that's the only way I could see them getting the voice. And then, you know, synthesize it. That's just it might not be done that way. That's just how I think it's probably done. So it says the core innovations include a holistic facial dynamics and head movement generation. That's again the old ones. They move their head around and just shaking their head all crazy, looking stupid. These new ones don't do that. It says model that works in a face latent space. The development of such expressive and disentangled face latent spaces using videos. Through extensive experiments, including evaluation on a set of new metrics, we show that our method significantly outperforms previous methods along various dimensions comprehensively. Our method not only delivers high video quality with realistic facial and head dynamics, but also supports online generation of 512 by 512 videos at up to 40 FPS. So maybe that could be a way if you were able to get into the what's the word? To look into the codec of the video, all right, and see how many FPS. If it's 40 FPS, maybe it's fake, all right? So it says with negligible starting latency. It paves the way for real-time engagements with lifelike avatars that emulate human conversation behaviors. It says, note, all portrait image on this, so shit, okay. So like I did say earlier, so the portraits in here aren't even real. These people aren't even real. All right, it's AI generated photos that are then turned into AI generated videos. So it shows you how lifelike the AI pictures can be. You know, I have some AI pictures that I've made before. Of course, I usually do mine more artsy approached. But this is an AI photo that I made, and that looks like a brother right there. You know, so that's one that I've made. Here's, of course, ones like these. All right, this one. All right, this is an AI image that I made. Some other artwork type stuff. All right. And of course, this is one of my favorites. All right, the Elect. You see the eyes are kind of messed up on some of them, but I could always go through and fix those. But it's a cool photo, man. It's a cool photo. Of course, a lot of my stuff, a lot of my stuff is specifically generated as artsy. All right, this is a lion. All right, of course, that I touched up and did some work on. I believe I might have edited a little bit. I don't know if I put a grain on it. Maybe I didn't touch this one up. Maybe I didn't. I'll take that back. So you see it. You see it. So, hey, man. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. So, going back and reading it, it says, no, all portrait images on this page are virtual, non-existing identities generated by Style GAN2 or DALL-E 3, except for Mona Lisa. We're exploring visual effective skill generation for virtual interactive characters, not impersonating any person in the real world. Sure. This is only a research demonstration. There's no product or API release plan. See also the bottom of this page for more of our responsible AI considerations. So they probably won't be released to the general public like that. It'll probably just stay up with these political affiliations so they can make fake videos and demonize people. But all these photos that you're seeing are not real. All right, this person's not real. It's just like that website. This person is not real. All right, this person does not exist.com. All right, these are all AI generated photos. Okay, all AI generated photos. All right, as it says, Style GAN2. All right, and it's the same way. It's the same. Let me move this up. It's the same thing that they're using. All right, you see it right here. They're using Style GAN2. Well, this is Style GAN2. You can see it right down here. So it's the same exact thing. And if you refresh the page, you'll get a new person every single time. These people do not exist. These are not real people. Okay? You can see weird artifacts in the background sometimes. But, and weird flesh things look like they've got some type of crazy wound. But other than that, I mean, they look pretty accurate. Every once in a while, you'll get something crazy. But these people do not exist. These people do not exist. These are fake people. All right, these are AI-generated people. These people do not have names. All right, they do not exist. Okay, they are fake, and they look like just any other person right off the bat. All right, and that's terrifying. So there you go. We can keep generating them and going through it. All right, but just shows you, man, to be careful what you see, and be careful out there, man. So let's go and play some clips.
So, sometimes nothing happens, and sometimes everything happens all at once, and you just gotta deal with it. And it's also just strange to both be extremely worried about different things and
no
have
hair
your
movement
anxiety levels like
giveaway
peak
right now,
to
but
the
they'll
highest
fix
they've
that.
ever been. And then also be extremely happy and grateful that you were able to buy an apartment. It's all.
The first thing we need to look at is the letter H, so the sound at the beginning. It depends what country you're from, but many native languages
This
have
one
a
isn't
problem
as good.
with putting too much tightness in the throat, and it can become more of a sound. So it's very important not to
Especially that part.
with putting too much tightness in the throat, and it can become more of a sound. So it's very important not to over exaggerate this sound. It's a very soft, very relaxed sound.
That one's not so good.
My tip number 3 kinda contradicts my tip number 4 because it's about challenging yourself with something you're not quite familiar with.
Now on to the podcast that I recommend for older kids. The reason I recommend these for older kids is because the content might not be appropriate for younger kids, and
Again, crazy
these
eyes.
podcasts can really be used in a more academic way when
So right now, you can still kind of tell.
The bullet journal method is at heart a toolkit. And the first question is, how can these tools best serve you?
So
If you plan to go for a run and you don't have enough time to do a full run, do part of a run.
Surprises me still. I ran it on someone just last night.
The micellars, the milks, the cleansing balms.
Stop searching for motivation.
But you can imagine I have a lot of questions.
These principles will not only make your user's journey more pleasant, they'll contribute to better business metrics as well.
they still kind of move around a little bit too much. I don't know. So you can see.
I would say that we as readers are not meant to look at him in any other way but with disdain, especially in how he treats his daughter, okay? But of course, he is able to clearly see through Morris, and he...
Crazy. And change the moods.
I do stand-up all the time. I'm a stand-up comedian, improviser by trade. You had me on one of the most fun experiences of my life as I was on the show in Chicago, and I attempted to eat 2 Italian beef sandwiches in under a minute.
All right. So, you see it. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild indeed. So, let's go grab some more scriptures. This is Psalm 64 and 1 through 8. We're just going to grab these scriptures and close out because we showed you the video, man. You can go and look at it yourself, you know, and just wild, man. So this is Psalm 64 and 1 through 8. To the chief, verse 1, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So the secret counsel of the wicked, and we've dealt with a council, a courtroom. All right, you know, I always say to mention it, you know, because, you know, like the Jedi Council. All right, because what was the Jedi Council? A bunch of Jedi sitting around talking about some things, right? Or, you know, because the council's kind of, they don't use it a lot anymore. Sometimes they'll say the courtroom, right, and stuff like that. But that's what they have, is secret meetings, councils, all right, sitting around the table, that big round table, right? Here, if you want an example, I have a picture of what a secret council would really look like. It looks like, I have a photo here somewhere. Let me find it. It would be art, you know, sitting around like this. All right, and this is one, you know, talking about, you know, how it's all built on, you know, doing monopolies and stuff and the Illuminati, but built on the backs of slaves. But this is how a secret council, you know, all sitting back, oh, you know what we should do, you know, WEF and all that stuff, those World Economic Forums and all that shit. That's what they do. It's all, you know, before, and they only give so much of it to the public, but that's what they do. Carl Schwab and all that shit, they sit around, Fauci and all them and all these political leaders and all that, they shit around. They sit around and just talk about the wicked shit that they're going to do, man. So it says, verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They're workers of iniquity. They sit around working iniquity, thinking about what they're going to do next. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall seize them? Who shall see them? So that's what they do. They're going to do all these things, set these snares with AI videos, whether it's lies, whether it's deceit, you know, and at the end of the day, the deceived and deceivers are his, all right? So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is allowing whoever's being deceived to be deceived in the first place, all right? But these people are also going to get revealed in time. It says, they search out iniquities. That's what they do. They search out iniquities. What can we do wicked next? They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And we've seen this happen, you know, at the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For example, with Kanye and Kyrie Irving. They tried to demonize them. You know, they're saying, oh, these people, this specific group of people that you can't talk about. Whenever you talk about them, they demonetize you, they cancel you, you lose everything. And then what happened? When they did that, they got demonetized, they got canceled, they lost everything. And everybody was like, wait a minute, whoa, hold the fuck up. Calm the fuck down for a minute. What they just said was true. He lost everything. Kanye lost his multi-billion-dollar deal with Adidas. He lost this. He got ostracized, put out on the face of all these news articles. What he's saying is true. Why are we ostracizing this guy when everything he said was true? And now there's an all-time hatred towards those people. All right, they're saying neo you-know-whatism. All right, dealing with not C, right, ism. They say that's an all-time high. All right, that's some weird Esau shit. All right, they don't even realize they're hating their own people. But they say that's on the rise. They said there's a lot more hate. Now they're doing more commercials of like end, whatism. All right, all these different things. All right, because a lot of people are like, oh, fuck you. You're a fucking liar. All right, I remember seeing on small hat videos after that, people were saying, you're not the people. You're not the people. You're not the real people. And hey, man, these people were losing their mind. All right, these people were losing their mind. Okay, because they're revealed. All right, and the Lord's going to do that to them. So when they try to do these things, the Lord always reveals them. All right, he always does reveal them. Their tongue ends up falling upon themselves. Really, if I was Esau, I wouldn't have even revealed that information about Vasa 1. Why the fuck would I would keep that shit secret. All right, but the Lord makes them do things like that, so we at least know a little bit of what they're going to do before they do it. That's Esau's thing. They like telling you what they're going to do before they do it. And why do they like doing that? Really, it's not something that they like to do. It's a spirit that the Lord has put on them. He has the spirit on them to do that. It's really not something that they enjoy to do. It's just something, to them, it feels like they're bragging. Oh, we're proud. Ha, look, they're so dumb. They're not going to even know. But really, that's a spirit that the Lord put on them. So, the people that are truly watching and true believers are, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai can get a one up on them real quick to know. All right. So Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 12 and 10. This is going to be in the Apocrypha. All right. It's not going to be in your regular Bible. It's going to be in your Apocrypha because they moved it. All right. They removed it. These Edomites removed it. All right, but it is in the Bible in the King James Version if you have the 1611 version. So, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. Who's thine enemy? Esau. Never trust thine enemy. Who's Esau? The so-called white man. So, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. It only gets worse and worse. All right, and that's just devil's job is to deceive. That's what they do. They are the deceiver, right? Revelation 12 and 9, all right, dealing with, a future prophecy. All right, so, and when Esau is finally done away with, look what it calls them. Revelation 12 and 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Okay, so that deceiveth the whole world. Another one is going down into another one would be that's not the one. There was another one. I don't think that's not talking about that. The one I was thinking about. Never mind. But let's grab the deceived and the deceiver. I'll correct it. So this is John 12 and 16. If I get it in a normal. John 12 and 16. All right. That's not it. Oh, Job. Slakia. Job 12 and 16. I typed in John. My bad. Job 12 and 16. With him, of course, him being, the Lord. I was going to read up, but this will do. Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his, blinded the minds of them that believe not, showing you that the deceived and the deceiver are his. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. It says, for starting with verse 3, it says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. If you don't understand this, it's hid to you for a reason, all right, because you're lost. It says, in whom the power of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. So unless you have, the Lord reach out to you and give you this truth, you're going to be blinded. All right, the deceived and the deceivers are his. All right, he doesn't want you to understand something. You're not going to be able to understand it no matter how long you go to cemetery school. I mean seminary school and have your mind all fucked up. All right, it is, no matter how long you try to study the Bible, all right, as an Edomite, you're never going to be able to get the deep, secret, hidden wisdom and knowledge of this Bible. All right, you're not going to be able to get it because it's not for you. It's only for the Israelites, most notably the elect. Okay, so Ephesians 6 and 10 through 12. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So, hey, man, again, we just, not too long ago, last week, we did a lesson dealing with, putting on that whole armor of Yahweh, all right, and about how that guy gave me that bracelet. So, with situations like this is why it's so important that we put on that armor, is because they're out there with all this spiritual wickedness. Like it says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, all right? There's times you may, and Lord willing we don't, may get in a fist fight or something with someone, all right? And generally it doesn't happen. It's extremely rare. But if you're defending the gospel or something like that out in the highways and byways, it could happen, right? It could happen, or something could happen, all right? And the Lord's going to help you through that situation regardless. But on a day-to-day basis, that's not what we're dealing with. We're dealing with principalities, powers, right? Rulers of darkness of this world and spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what we're battling against, all right? And we need to have our armor, all right? And our armor is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, this truth, all right, the prayer, all right, faith, fasting, okay, those are our armors, all right, and we need those things, man, because these devils are doing crazy things, all right. And finally, we're gonna close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8, all right, because this, hey, it shows you, it commands you of how to be. 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober-minded, all right, watchful, all right. Sober means what? Right, all right, right in the mind. All right, it's using the versions for alcohol, but it doesn't mean that. It means, become serious, sensible, solemn. All right, so, sorry, I had to switch that song. So, 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober. All right, so sober means what? To be more serious and sensible. All right, don't be stupid. Be vigilant. What does vigilant mean? Okay, vigilant. It's not going to play the sound apparently today. Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. Watchful, observant, right? Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Esau's out there on the prowl, looking who he can get up in those snares, man. So who knows what nefarious uses that will have, all right? So with that, that pretty much touches on it. That pretty much gets it. With that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep an eye out, keep watching, keep being sober, keep being vigilant, right? Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.